Man, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna look a little crazy, y'all. I'm back though. They try to get the frame right, you did. First off, I miss y'all. Try to be more consistent. That's number one. Number two, I'm glad you clicked on this video. Actually, that's number one. Number one, I'm glad that you clicked on the video. I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad you're seeing this. As y'all know, I like to do these things called chasing the sunset. As you can see, the sun is not all the way down. I made it home, and I always tell you guys, it's always good to make it home before the sun goes down. And for the ones that aren't able to catch when the sun goes down, being able to catch the sun when it rises as well is good. But I don't want to stop y'all. You might have read by the title, but I'm telling y'all now, don't let anybody bring up your past. I know you're probably wondering, everybody has a past. And I think people bring up people's past to try to control their future. Now, I'm not no rocket scientist. I don't know everything in the world, but I do believe when people bring up your past, they trying to push your buttons. In my last video, I told y'all don't let nobody push y'all buttons. This video, I'm telling y'all don't let nobody bring up y'all past. Even though pushing your buttons and bringing up your past are two different things, pushing your buttons can be pushing you to your past and bringing up your past, no matter what they say or how they do it. They both kind of correlate with each other. So this video, I'm talking about don't let nobody bring up your past. I say that because I don't want people to determine what your future could be like. You could be going through it. You might not have everything in the world. You might not have all the money. You might barely have any clothes. You might barely have a place to lay your head. But you got to remember, sometimes it's not where you start, it's how you progress, right? Sometimes we say, oh, it's good. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's not where you at, it's where you end up. But honestly, it's really the progress. I'll say this. It's crazy to think that you can have any amount of money in the world and still not be happy. Regardless, you might want 10 million, 100 million. Understandable. The point of me saying that is that you gotta enjoy the process, because the process is what's gonna bring up memories of how you did something. You figured out which ways didn't work, what ways did work, what you went through, the emotions you went through, what you felt. And a key thing is always people bringing up people's past, right? Might be an old friend, a family member, somebody that's really close to you. Sometimes it happen to be the people closest to you that bring it up. And in that process, they try to tear you down before you get there. And sometimes it happens when you at your peak of your game. And right then and there, boom, they got something to say. Let's use celebrities, for example, famous people. How all these scandals and things come out after they have a great movie come out, or they have a great show come out, or they have a good song go number one. Or not even that. People that are some type, have a name on the internet. Whether they do music, they do hair, they do clothing. There's always something negative that pop up, right? Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. But the point of me saying this is that don't let anybody bring up your past. Because it's not going to happen when you're in progress of trying to do good and where you're going. It's going to happen. So you think it's going to happen in the beginning. It's going to happen at the end when you're at the peak of your game, right? It's not going to be at the bottom. It's going to be when you're progressing. Or maybe, should I do it this way? When you're progressing, it's not going to be at the bottom. They're going to talk mess. They're not going to bring up your past, because your past is that. And before that, they're going to bring it up when you're progressing. You climbing up that ladder. It's always something, though, right? Don't let them determine what your future could be like because they bringing up your past. I know it might seem like a lot of times you feel like these videos are like, you might think they're not well thought out or they're thought out, whatever you might think. But to be honest, I like to just speak to y'all. I wish I could really talk to the person behind the screen and really figure out how they feel about things, like, and what they struggle with. I think one thing I was struggling with myself was, and forgive me if it's super windy, I do have my mic on there, so it shouldn't be too windy. And I'm trying to speak as loud as I can in my neighborhood without everybody, you know what I'm saying, peeping game and listening. But this actually ain't my neighborhood. I'm just wherever, so don't even pay me no mind. But yeah, people will bring up your past. People will try to judge you. People will try to make you look like a fool. People will prey on your downfall. You have to be the one to not let them get the best of you. They will try to control your future because of your past. And sometimes your past might haunt you, and sometimes your past might not, but it's the way you react, right? I think our reaction to things are really what controls our destiny sometimes. 5 minutes can change your life. Also, sometimes if it doesn't control your life, it can affect your life, right? I haven't ever been in a crazy situation, but I do have situations in my life I can somewhat bring up and give you guys a little understanding or correlation, or maybe you guys can relate. But let's say you get arrested. You get arrested because they stop you in your car. You feel like you wasn't doing what they said. They pull you out the car. You get arrested. Now you spend that whole 7-8 hours. You're in a holding cell. You're going through this whole process. And then you get out of jail. You got a bail, whatever. But you still deal with the consequences later on. So that's what I mean by controlling your reaction, controlling your emotions. Because people will bring up your past, and sometimes it's all how you react. You can act like it doesn't bother you. You can act like you didn't hear it. And the real thing about it is you heard it clearly. You just didn't let the reaction that they wanted. Let me say that again. You didn't give them the reaction that they wanted. And it's okay, because a lot of the times we feel like we gotta have a great reaction. We gotta respond how we want so people can respect us. And sometimes respect doesn't come with force, doesn't come with violence. It comes with a respectful reply, a respectful response, a respectful, not anything negative in any way, but a respectful response, a respectful reaction. And if you guys could figure out a better word, drop it in the comments and let me know. But I feel like a respectful reaction is something that we all are working on. So the first thing I said when I started this video was, and forgive me if I'm taking a minute. I'm really just enjoying the sunset. It was, don't let nobody bring up your past and try to control your future. Because it could, just maybe, it could affect your way of living. So don't let people take you out your character and speak how they want, because that's not cool. And it's super windy. Oh my God, can y'all hear this wind? Can y'all hear the wind? I don't know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear the wind? Let y'all hear this, man. This is insane. As y'all can tell, that wind is going crazy, but I think it's good to just take a breather sometimes in these videos. It's not always about just getting every word out, but just understanding, taking a minute, breathing, and focusing, really engaging and understanding what somebody's saying. If you could relate to this video, go ahead and drop a comment right now. Let me know what was the situation that you had to control or facilitate and make sure your emotions didn't come out negatively. What was one thing? Forgive me if my lips is dry too. They feel dry, like real dry. And the sunset is still going. Still going. But don't let nobody, I'm gonna say it again, don't let anybody bring up your past. If it's not in a respectful way, if it's not respected, let it be respectful. Let it be in a respectful way. And don't let nobody break your spirit. Do not let nobody break your spirit by bringing up your past, because that's what they'll do. You're on a great road to success. It's not easy. It's very tough. But I think one thing, if you can control, try to control your emotions, try to control your reactions. And sometimes you put out there what you want to receive. So, not to talk your heads off, but I feel like you guys probably needed that word as much as I did. I think I love y'all. I really do. Like, I think, I'm not like 100% sure, like, I'm still trying to think, like, I don't know, like, you guys might love me, I don't know, hey, might be a love-hate relationship, you might be like, he be blabbing, he be yapping. Realistically, I just want to get this and let y'all know exactly how I feel and how I think somebody else might be able to relate to. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Let me know in the comments, what is one thing you had to control your emotions with? You had to control your reaction. One thing, just let me know one thing in there. I might need to work on it. Maybe somebody else that's watching this need to work on it. Drop it in the comments. I love y'all. Peace. Enjoy this sunset.